How many cars does it take to have a competitive and entertaining race? I mean, that depends on who you ask. It might be two or four if you're doing drag racing. For ARCA, a 15 car field, a 20 car field, that might be all you need to have a good race. For NASCAR, it's 36 cars, 40 cars, anything in between there. For IndyCar, 22 is a pretty good day. Well, except for the Indy 500. That has always had 33 cars, but why should it stay that way? This year we're having the threat of not having a 33 car starting grid at the Indy 500, but the Indy 500 has always had these traditions to go with it. It's always had taps, it's always had the back home again in Indiana. You've always had the Milk, you've always had the Reef and Victory Lane, you've had all of that. And a lot of it has occurred or been developed in years where there were more cars than 33, less cars than 33, anything in between. 33 can just be a number sometimes. And if you have 33 cars show up, or if you're trying to make 33 cars show up on some years, you're running the risk of having some people that don't have any business being there, being in the race. I mean, like what happened with Jay Howard in 2017. He wasn't in the race, or he hadn't been in the race since 2011. And around lap 53, he and Scott Dixon tangled. Dixon gets airborne, and he wastes a perfectly good car that could have won the event because some guy who managed to maybe qualify 28th is on track, breaks something, and, just ruins someone else's day that really shouldn't be there. Now, I can understand running an extra car if you need like a veteran to help coach a rookie, or if you're planning on expanding full-time in the future. That's perfectly reasonable. But if you're just running the 500 for the sake of there being 33 cars in the race, what are you doing? The Indy 500 can still be the Indy 500 if you have 27 cars, 28 cars, heck, even 32 cars as they're having this year. I mean, all sorts of iconic moments still could have taken place if you had less cars or more cars. Scott Goodyear versus Al Unser Jr. in 1992. That still could have happened with less than 33 cars. Maybe Goodyear wouldn't have started 33rd, but Danica Mania, would that really have changed if 33 cars didn't start that event? I mean, Elio won his fourth last year. Would that have changed had you had 33 cars? You have Dan Weldon and Alexander Rossi winning their milestone races in 2011 and 2016. That really wouldn't have changed much had there been 33 cars. So basically what I'm just trying to say here is that, is it really necessary to have 33 cars? Is this really just a question of quantity over quality? And if that's the case, we should really be going for quality of entries at the Indy 500, because a race this prestigious means you need to have the best cars, the best drivers, the best teams there. You don't need people just filling seats to reach some arbitrary holy number. And I know that might not be a popular opinion, but if you have a race that has all this history and all this prestige and all this attention behind it, do you really want drivers running it that aren't going to perform to their highest potential?